Look, the country is concerned about this rise in cocaine swimming through our country. Okay? Now, I make this point not seeking to blame the NDC government that cocaine this, cocaine that. When they were in office from 2010 all the way, there were cocaine arrests and things all over the place. One that implicated government people, one that made President John Vasata Mills concerned and said that he wanted to install atomizers in his own suite.
Let's give you examples. He's making very serious allegations.
Okay. No problem. In 2014, since he wants to know, in 2014, no, there were major busts even in 2012, but in 2014, let me just tell you. In 2014, Nayeli Ametepe, a lady also called known as Ruby Edujemfi, carried cocaine from here through VVIP to go to London. At the time when our NACOP was supposed to be cooperating with the British authorities to fight the drug. When she got there, she got busted. Our people here, the government, then President Mahama was in government, wasn't he? They kind of came up and cobbled stuff up and have the executive secretary, the deputy executive secretary of NACOP, issue a statement to say that that arrest was in partnership with Ghana authorities. And the British people came back and said, no, you didn't give us any indication. You didn't. You understand? Then the substantive executive secretary, then Akresi Sapon, who refused to write the letter, and his deputy authored the letter, came to say that the person who wrote that letter should be held responsible. Dr. Omaniboama, now defense minister, came to recant that deputy position and said that is not exactly correct. And then instead of giving us better particulars of the matter, only put a burden on the British authorities to prove that the lady traveled on a diplomatic passport. If you, a Ghanaian authority, want to know if anybody traveled on a diplomatic passport, well, you're not the one who was issuing it, can't you ask from immigration? He wanted to know also, in 2012, there was a major bust, about 7.8 kilograms of cocaine was arrested again in London.
So what's your point now?
My point is he wants to know, as if he doesn't know what he wants to know. Right. On that matter, the executive secretary wanted to resign because he felt that his people or the security system that is supposed to check the movement of those cocaines out of our country failed. The then National Security Coordinator, my good brother Bevrolate, retired, says that no, he won't resign. The point I'm going to make to you, which is key, is that we are beginning to see the resurgence of cocaine trade in our country, money laundering in our country. A claim that was made recently, and my brother Felix Kwakye Ofosu said that it is absolutely not true, gave us some flight indication of why certain planes came here that were concerned about that what the mission of those planes are in Ghana may not be entirely legitimate. He says, oh, no, that's not true. All the facts that Kwakye Ofosu said he was putting out are false. But yet he was the one accusing people of misdirection. He told us, I'll just tell you one thing, and then maybe another time, make this a topic for us to come and discuss. He told you there was an air-made plane that came to this country. That is N823AM. Okay? That flight, Felix told us, that was stopping in Ghana on its way from somewhere for crew rest and refueling. That's what he said. Okay? And that flight did not originate from where it was supposed to have originated from in Spain. And that it was here for refueling. It turned out that it's not true. That flight came from the island of Gran Canaria in Spain, straight to Ghana, with the fault he said it developed best tie and all these things that he talked about. That aircraft left here. If it was stopping here for crew rest and refueling, he would have continued to where he was going.
All the time.
It's about,
Okay?
it's about to land.
I'm landing for you. What is important, you're in government, you should listen. You shouldn't be in a hurry to
That
talk.
doesn't mean I should sit down here and allow you to speak.
You should listen.
You should listen throughout the time.
Yes, of
make
course. Because you
business
need
allegations.
it. You need
Why?
it.
You sit down here and make business allegations.
Oh, Master.
You know, well, we're almost about any program.
Okay, so
that's not fair.
This is opposition talk.
No, that's not fair. That's
Okay,
not fair.
you have to be
I've kept my cool for a reason.
You haven't kept your cool.
I've kept my cool for a reason. But it's just so much.
Let me conclude.
How many minutes do you want to speak?
No. 30 seconds.
That guy spoke for about 30 minutes before we went on break.
This will not help you.
It will be more than 10 minutes since we came on break.
What you are doing will not help you.
I checked it.
What you are doing will not help you.
I checked it.
You understand? Felix told us that flight was here and was resting and therefore would go back to where it was going. That flight from Gran Canaria came back to Ghana, went back from Ghana to the same place.
Okay.
But Felix said the flight was just going through, it needed rest, and then it came here. So the point is that from Gran Canaria Island to Ghana, from Ghana back to that destination, what did he come here to do? Felix said he came here for crew rest, but that's not the case.
Okay.
Because you cannot just take your plane from your house, come here and rest and go back to your house. You either come here to work on Good Morning Ghana, to represent your party and government and conduct yourself well, or you don't come here at all.
Okay.
So when you come here
let me
and you lie to us that you came here to rest,
Yes.
when you actually came here to do propaganda, that is cause for an inquiry. So the point I'm making quite simply is that Felix Kwakye Ofosu lied.
Okay.
And he did told us on his that explainer he gave that if there was any evidence contradicting what he put out, he'll resign.
Okay.
I'm saying that this is the time for Felix Kwakye Ofosu to consider resigning because he lied.
Richard, I'll tell you what.
Okay. We have to discuss this matter in full.
You've spoken for 40 minutes.
Ghana needs to know the facts. So even if I speak the rest of the day, it's very important.
No. Everybody can justify why they can talk for 2 hours.
But the man is doing propaganda. What is he saying?
Anyway, Honorable, please go ahead.